Hi there, it's Katie G, your independent beauty tainer. So I'm just doing my promo slash tutorial for this week's pretty sweet deal, I think. I'm gonna take it back to basics. You can kind of tell I already have my eyes done, but this week's promotion is going to be the 2-minute tie over. So in that 2-minute tie over, you get Sculpt in a Stick, and this is actually in deep because I wanted to do something a little different today. Make sure you can see that. Typically, I would use the Sculpt in a Stick in light, but I just wanted to show you. So here's the light, and here's the deep. That way you can see the color difference. So I typically use the light, but I wanted to show you how you can, regardless of your skin tone, you can use the dark, and the dark actually gives a very nice contour as well. So this week's promo, so the 2-minute tie over is typically $35 on my website, www.tyra.com/KTG123. But this week's promotion, I'm going to knock $5 off of that for you. So I'm only going to sell it to you for $30. So if you want to pick this up for $30, and it comes either with it will come with the light in a stick and Sculpt in a Stick, and you can decide whether or not you want the light, which is what I use. I don't have any on, but it's what I use. Actually, what I'll do one side in the light and I'll do one side in the deep, so you can see the coloration difference. But you get one Sculpt in a Stick and one light in a stick in the 2-minute tie over. So let us begin. So I'm going to start with what I know. I know the light. So what we do to use this 2-minute tie over, this is for highlighting and contouring. First, you want to find the hollow of your cheek, and so this is where my cheekbone is, and I want to go down to where it comes in and is hollow, which is why it's the hollow. So then we start from about right here and bring it to about right here. So I'm just going to show you that real quick, and it does. It's a cream. It goes on silky smooth and quick, and then you just take your ring finger and you just blend it out. So you do that by dabbing and swiping and swabbing. Now I like to put sometimes a little curvature, and sometimes I just do it straight. So that is the light on me on that one side. And sometimes I go too far, so I just take my pinky and wipe that off. So this will set like a powder, and it will stay all day when you're done. Okay, so that was the light. Here is the deep. Now this is a moment of truth because I have not practiced with this. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. We find your cheekbone, and then you just come down to the hollow. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just, ooh, I really like that color. I hope I blend it right. So I'm just going to take my ring finger on this hand. Now this is definitely going to be better suited for darker skin complexions, but really anyone can use this. Now you really want to get your harsh lines blended out. You don't want to see the harshness of the line. This is actually really nice. So this is the deep and this is the light. I might have convinced myself just now to start using the deep instead of the light because I think I like the coloring. It's definitely a warmer, deeper tone. And that's the light. It's definitely a cooler tone, I would say. So once you are done with your contour, you want to go in with light and a stick. So this is a universal. It just comes in this one shade. Let's see. You should be able to see that. It's actually quite shimmery and sheer, so it makes things glow. It makes things pop, really. So we're going to put this on the cheekbone. And I just use my middle finger to kind of blend it out. Now, I know my videos run longer than what the 2-minute tie over is supposed to be, but that's just because I'm explaining everything, every step that I'm doing. You might notice I'm not wearing foundation. I don't wear foundation simply because I'm allergic to just about everything on the market. Tyra Beauty hasn't come out with a foundation yet, but I promise you as soon as the foundation launches, I'm going to buy it in every color and I will test it in every color and shade. And I will do videos, and I will probably go back and redo videos that I have already done just so you can see with a full face of makeup as opposed to just, you know, the highlighting and contouring of what I'm already doing. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm just going to blend this out. And you can see it's just sheer and shiny. It's actually really pretty. Now this is really basic. There are other videos that go super into how to highlight and contour. I will do one of those, but I just want to keep it really basic, especially for those women. Most women don't have time for that. They don't understand what's going on. They'll watch the videos and they're like, that's a lot of work. I don't want it to be a lot of work for you. I want it to be easy for you. So that's the first part. Now I will, that's a little too dark for me right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to come in with the light and the stick and I'm going to blend that in. And that should, yeah, that's actually a much softer line now. That lines it up just a little bit because I'm super fair skinned. It's almost like I've never seen the sunlight on my face. Which is ridiculous because I have ridiculously tan arms. Don't ask. No, I don't use SPF. I probably should. Actually, I'm telling you, you should always use something with SPF. But I don't. Yeah, so I did that on the other side. And I just kind of, ooh. That kind of gives you more of a bronzy look. I'm way up in the camera, but from further back, that really just bronzes out really nicely. I don't know, I might just stick with the light. It's what I'm comfortable with. Okay, so we do that, and then we want to go down the bridge of the nose, like that. And I like to come up just a little bit, especially with ladies that have smaller foreheads. I do not have a small forehead, but I'm doing this so you can see. I have a whole hand forehead is what I have. I have a ridiculously large forehead. But I like to do just a little bit. Now, on ladies with small foreheads, you would want to do a lot. It really just brings everything and elongates it. But you definitely, if you have a really small forehead, it makes you look a little bit larger. Okay, so I'm just blending it out down the bridge of my nose. And here's another thing you can do. Some people like to, this is just the light, to come down the edges and then come right across the top and right here at the bottom. So when they do that, I'm gonna blend it with my pointy finger, my numero uno finger, and that's how I'm gonna blend this out. This just helps thins out the nose. And again, it's just a little higher level of the technique, but when I do that, I do like to come back over it with the light because I don't want my nose to be like overly dark. because my skin complexion is not dark. Let's be real. I'm pasty pale. So that looks good right there. So I'm gonna go right here above the Cupid's bow, which is this part right here, and I'm gonna blend that out. Please forgive my little zits. I ran out of my facial cleanser and I found another one that I want to try. I've purchased that and I'm waiting on it to come in, so those should clear up soon. And then I also like to do the chin, just because it is one of the highest points on the face. And then once you do that, it really just elongates the nose. So that is a basic 2-minute tie over, where I have the rest of my face. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little cheek in the stick. Just to give some color, but that is not part of the promotion. I always like to have a finished look. Since I already had really awesome cat eyes, I just wanted a little bit of color on the cheeks. And actually, that turned out really nice in the deep. So you can see in the deep and in the light. And that, my friends, is your basic 2-minute tie over. So like I said, usually this is $35 on my website. I'm selling it this week only for $30. I know. Two pieces for $30. Go to my website, www.tyra.com/KAITYG123. If you guys have any suggestions on other ways to use Tyra, or if you have questions on how can I get this look or that look using Tyra Beauty, please comment in the section below. If you like my video, go ahead and hit the subscribe and the thumbs up so I know you like what I'm doing. Thank you guys. I will have a new promo next week. Bye.